Hi, my name is Dan Hauptman. I'm one of your instructional coaches in the Palmdale School District, and I want to talk to you guys about the multi-factor authentication that's coming out. You've heard it as MFA, you've heard it as Yubikeys, you've heard it as Duo, but I want to kind of go through what it is and kind of squash some of the rumors, because there's a lot of them out there, and a lot of them are a lot of tall tales. So let's take a look at it. First of all, just so we're clear what multi-factor authentication, think of it as another layer of security over your accounts. This will allow not only employee data to be protected, but student data as well. So when you log into your account, it's just confirming that your account is for you. And a lot of different programs that you use personally have MFA. You just, I don't think, are realizing that it's MFA. So we just want to make sure that you understand that it is just another layer of security. And so we want to ensure that you are the user that's logging into your account. And when they are secure, they're less likely to be hacked and stolen. And again, this is for your protection as well as for student data protection. One of the things that's important to note is that our insurance is requiring the MFA to maintain our coverage. So this has kind of become a non-negotiable. So this will be happening. It's just a matter of which method you want to use, and we'll be talking about those methods here in a second. And so we've chosen to partner up with Duo. Duo is a huge company that deals specifically with security, and so this is going to be required for any of the laptops, Promethean boards. If we still have any of the desktops out there, it'll be for everybody. And so it's not just for teachers. This is including certificated, classified, management, and even the board members all will have Yubikeys or the Duo account. So there are 3 ways to authenticate. You can do it with your iPad that the district issued you. You can do it with your smartphone, or you can do it with a Yubikey. I'm actually going to show you what the login box looks like, so I'm not going to go over this too much. But what we do want to make sure of is that you understand that you can use any 3. I personally use my smartphone, and I'll go over the reason why I use my smartphone here in a second. This will be the box you get. I'm not going to go over this too much right now because I'm going to show you what that looks like live. So don't think you have to do this every time you log in. There's an option to make sure it's asking you at least once a day when you log out and log back in. So once it's done authenticating for the first time, you should be good to go after that. So the first choice is the Duo app on your iPad. Since we all have iPads, we're using them as our dock cameras. It's a simple way for us to make sure that we're authenticating using the Duo app. And so that is one way to do it. Just remember that you just can't leave it at home. You need to make sure that you have it at school and that it's charged. The second choice is the Yubikey. I don't like carrying the Yubikey. I do have one. For me, it's just another thing on my keychain, and we have enough keys on our keychains to have another thing on there is just, it's a little bit silly for me. What I like about the Yubikey, though, is it does have to authenticate with the push of the button on the top of the key. Keep in mind, this is not reading fingerprints. It isn't taking your biometrics to authenticate you. You are just pressing the button to confirm its use. One of the problems with the Yubikey is that it makes it very easy to forget that you've left it plugged in. Here's why that's important. If it's left plugged in, that means anybody can log into your account using the Yubikey. So if they've somehow, if you leave information, maybe your passwords are sitting on your desk, and a student gets that and they can access your Yubikey, they can log into your account. So that needs to be kept very, very safe, very much like a password. We want to keep that with you at all times, or at least in a locked somewhere, whether it's in your purse, in your computer bag, wherever it might be. It should not and be left in the Promethean or in the computer, because, like I said, it's real easy for it to be taken. The third choice, which is the one that I chose, is through the Duo app on my smartphone, because I always have my smartphone with me. So it's just a really quick pop-up that happens when I am on my phone or using my phone. So it's I get this with my banks. I get this with my some of my other accounts that I use throughout the district, and so it's just a real easy way for me to take care of that and be able to log in, and I don't have to use the Yubikey. I don't have to worry about having my iPad on me. I 9 times out of 10 have my phone with me. So let's take a look at what that looks like as far as authenticating through the app. All right, here's what it's going to look like using the app. So I'm going to go ahead and I've got my username and password in. I'm going to go ahead and start the process, and here comes the Duo app. So I can send push, enter a passcode. I'm going to send push, but what I want to make sure of is I want to make sure that I have checkboxed remember me for 12 hours. Once I do that, then I want to be able to select the send push, which will then send an alert to my phone. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. It pops up on my phone, as you can see on my phone here. I'm going to press and hold, and I'm going to approve. And at that point, it logs me in. Super simple. Took me all of a few seconds once I got my password in there. All right, so I showed you how easy it was with the app. That's one of the reasons why I choose it, because I really don't want to carry around these keys with me everywhere, even though I do. It's not necessary with the app, and so I think I've used them once. After that, I've been using the app ever since. I wanted to kind of go through some of the misconceptions that go along with having Duo and the Yubikeys. The first one is this happening for everybody? And I said this earlier in the video. It doesn't matter how you're employed with Palmdale School District, it's happening with everybody, including our board members. So management, classified, certificated, board, confidential, they're all getting it. Everyone has to use it. Let's see, what happens if you don't want to use your cell phones? Well, you got the Yubikeys. Again, that means carrying them around. You also have the district-issued iPad, which works the exact same way as the cell phones. So as long as you're keeping your iPad in the classroom or you have it with you all the time, it's a viable way of using it instead of a cell phone. Does it affect your ability to log in at home? It can. So if you're taking the laptops home, then you're going to need to use the Duo app or the Yubikeys to get you logged in. So you need to make sure that you have that set up on one of them. Let's see here. If you use your personal device, does Duo have any access to your phone? No. It has no view of your phone. The only thing it has view is that it has been downloaded. That's it. It can't access your photos. It can't access your information. The only time it uses the camera is to scan the QR code to set up your account. But it has no other access. In fact, even at the district office, there's no access as far as the information on your phone going to the district office. It's only for authentication. That's it. What other information can PSD gather if you use the app? We don't own the Duo app, so district techs only have access to the dashboard that manages your account. That's it. The district can't track your location with it. It can't take any of your files off your phone, look at your photos. The only personal data that Duo Mobile knows about is the fact you have an account and the authentication part of it. We don't track it. The district is not tracking any of that data, so don't worry about that. What happens if you leave your iPad or your Yubikey or your cell phone at home? Contact your site tech. If you're at the district office, you would call the tech services department, but your first contact is going to be your site tech at the schools. Do you have to MFA every time you sign in? As long as you have that 12-hour check, that should guarantee you in there. You shouldn't have to redo that every single time. If you lose the Yubikey, talk to your site tech. One of the rumors that's going around is that the Yubikey costs $1,000 to replace. It's not true. There's no charge to replace it, at least right now. So talk to your site tech, get that replaced as quickly as you can. Can you change your path later? Yeah. If you have a Yubikey now and you're tired of carrying it, you're tired of plugging it in, you're tired of remembering that it's plugged in and taking it out, talk to your site tech and they'll help you with Duo and getting it all set up. There's a whole bunch more frequently asked questions on the website, palmdelesd.org/MFA. And as always, you've got Jerry, Melissa, and I that we're more than happy to help answer any questions and also help you with best practices. What's the best way to use the Yubikey as far as whether it's the Yubikey or the Duo? We would be more than happy to help you out with that. So don't forget to contact us if you have any questions. Have a good rest of the day.